Hey Hot Wheelers, so I was looking at my local toy shop and this Miata came out, so I figured I'd pick it up and do another 3D printed wheel project. If you look at my history, I actually have one of the yellow ones and I put the Watanabe wheels on this thing. And I'm going to go for something different this time around, maybe some other type of JDM wheels here. I'm not exactly sure, I pulled up a bunch of images here, so it's really just a matter of me finding which wheels I want to copy and put on this thing. I'm not going to do the originals because Mini GT is coming out with this model. Hopefully it'll release this year, and hopefully they won't have pop-up headlights unless they're in a fixed position. If they actually do move, they're going to have horrible panel gaps. But hopefully they'll just do two molds, one with the lights down like this and one with the lights up. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. It's really not too much to review because I'm not going to repeat the same stuff I did in my previous Miata videos. So let's just take a look at this casting here. So, they got these mesh wheels and they look alright, as long as that axle doesn't bother you, which it does. So that's why I'm going to do a 3D printed project. Seems like this is actually one of those treasure hunt cars, but I don't think they're actually rare. So anyways, going to the front, it's nice to see that they printed on the little silver running lights there. And also a little orange here for the reflectors here. So they're good. Yeah, so that's good. What about the back though? No, there's no red there I don't see it. And then there's no red on the taillights. I don't know if I'm gonna bother painting those. Maybe I should. I mean the thing is already red, and speaking of which, this is an interesting color. Is it red? I don't know. It's almost like a mixed with like orange or coppery. I guess it's copper red. If we look at the images here, that's a red Miata. This is something else. It's a little bit different. I guess it's based on red, but it seems like it's also a little bit of copper color in there, so it's quite interesting. And is it metallic? I'm trying to decipher if this is a metallic paint or not. I don't know. I'm looking at this so close to my face, but I can't really see metallic flake in there, and yet at certain light angles, you know what, it might be one of those translucent paints. Like here I see like some shininess, but I think that might be the zinc behind the paint. And maybe this paint is translucent because it's really dark in the panel gaps, but it's not so dark on their flat surfaces. So that might be what's going on there. I looked at a bunch of these in the shop, like 5 of them, and they all had a blemish of some sort. This one has a blemish here. A lot of them, they don't have white paint entering the panel gap there, so I chose this as the lesser of the evils. Okay. So yeah, the interior, it's alright. I kind of wish they did better steering wheels, right? They could have had something a little more dimensional than that. This looks like something you'd serve pizza or cake on, not a steering wheel, right? It's a pie pan. Oh well, okay, so anyways, for the price of a mainline, I guess you can't complain. So the plastic wheels, it's gonna roll well. So alright, well, let's see what kind of wheels I come up with. So here we are with some wheels by a brand called Hayashi. They're Japanese JDM wheels, and they're called, this specific model is called the Talon. So Hayashi Talons. As I was doing my research for JDM wheels, there's a whole bunch of different cool looking ones, but I also realized that you can actually buy some already made, like off AliExpress, those aftermarket wheels for 1/64 scale cars. A lot of them are already out there for you. But I didn't see this particular style, so I decided to 3D print these on my own. I really like this style because they remind me of like DTM or old like 60s, 70s rally wheels, with the perimeter vents here. So it's like a dome surface, and then it's got that perimeter that's pretty interesting. I'll show you the real wheels in a second. A couple other mods I made to the vehicle. For some reason the Hot Wheels painted a black stripe here, but no Miata ever came with a black stripe there. It's just all body color, so I stripped it off with just some IPA rubbing alcohol. The front I left alone, even though there's a license plate there. The reason why I left that alone is because I painted this license plate silver and it just looks gross. So I think I'll probably strip this off, and maybe I'll have to order some decals or something and put a decal there of a license plate later on. I also went through the trouble of painting this and these lights silver and then red, and they looked almost imperceptible. All it did is just create a rough texture and made it look bad, because this car is so close to red that it made no difference. So I ended up stripping off that paint afterwards. Then I added this little chrome paint here to the exhaust tip, and then into the mirrors as well. So that's really all I did for the mods here. I suppose I could have painted this middle section black. Some of these wheels have black there, but I don't think I could have painted it well, so I left it alone. Okay, well anyways, let's I'll show you these wheels here, and you'll see they're like so like old school. They remind me of something like Sid Mead would have designed. So anyways, yeah, these are the wheels I went for. I couldn't find one on a Miata, unfortunately, but hopefully, yeah, you'll see on this one there's no black in the middle, but on this one there is black in the middle, so I guess it's still kind of accurate that I was lazy and left it alone. But anyways, I left pretty thick tires on this one. They're not low profile because these old wheels are really small. They're like 13, 14, this one's a 15-inch rim, so I don't know if the Hayashi makes large diameters of these, because these are old school JDMs. You'll see on this car here, it has a pretty tall rubber sidewall there. So, all right. Well, anyways, let's let this spin with this other brethren. I did this yellow Miata with the Watanabe F8s. This one's from a while back. I have a video on this somewhere in my history if you want to search it out. Just look for Miata or something. Unfortunately, the casting on this one's got these weird scratches, like Wolverine was angry at it or something. So, anyways, I guess I have two Miatas now. The yellow one is better because it has a license plate printed on, and the rear lights are printed on. This one also has a front license plate printed on. So the yellow one's a better one if you want to modify it. You know, Hot Wheels put their money into these stripes and this treasure hunt logo, but unfortunately the rear end isn't particularly accurate looking because of that, you know. So I would always prefer Hot Wheels to have printed on front and rear lights instead of racing stripes. The racing stripe thing doesn't really, it's not for me. Anyways, but I love the Miata because I had a first gen Miata. So if I ever see these, you know, locally, and if they're cheap, yeah, I'll probably continue buying them, and maybe I'll have just a whole collection of Miatas with random JDM wheels on it someday. Or actually, when Mini GT releases their Gen 1 Gen 1 Miata, I might just sell these and just move over to Mini GT, because I know they're going to be better, unless they screw up and have moving headlights, which a lot of people are asking for. Well, that's going to ruin it, I think. Alright guys, well thanks for watching again. If you like Miatas, this one was for you.